Believe it or not, this is one of the big wins in this entire season. And here's why I say that. Every other AFC South opponent won today. So it was very crucial that you win this game, and you did exactly that. This Texans team is very good. They need some stuff to work on, but hey, it is looking bright. When you have number 4 quarterback, you are never out of a game.
You're the dream team, I came to ring. Beyonce, yeah, man. And I remember hot summer, hot winter. I couldn't fight, so the block made a hot spill.
Hello everybody, welcome back to 713 Houston Sportcast. I am your host, Ruben Calavillo, and the Houston Texans just defeated the Oakland Raiders 27-24 in what was a pretty exciting game towards the end of it. Now, the Houston Texans offense, it does what it always does. It starts off so slow, and then it just gets better, gets better. Now, through the air, DESHAUN did not have a good game. He didn't turn the ball over, but he wasn't just airing it out. He had 280 yards, and he also had 3 touchdowns. So he was making throws, making plays with his feet, finding the end zone. And as we said last week, the red zone was a huge problem. And hey, we were able to score in the red zone, which was a very, very good. Carlos Hyde has just been spectacular this season. He was averaging 4 yards a carry, had 80 yards on the day. They couldn't stop him towards the end of this game. He was just a bruiser. He was just fantastic. And so was Duke Johnson. Duke Johnson gave him that 1 receiving touchdown and running the ball as well. He also was averaging 4 carries. This running back tandem is sneakily becoming one of the best running back tandems in the league. Like I said, in the games that the Houston Texans lost, the Titans weren't, really in the game plan. But today they were there. Darren Fells, 58 yards. It's not a lot of yards, but he had 2 touchdowns and that crucial one-handed catch that kept the chains going and pretty much sealed the game. Darren Fells is quickly becoming just one of the best tight ends on this team, if not the best, one of the best tight ends in the league. He's doing a lot of stuff. He could block, he could catch, but man, he's getting touchdowns after touchdowns. He was a huge part of the reason why we win today. Jordan Akins just had a god-awful game. He was dropping balls, running into Carlos Hyde. He did not do very good today. Then when you look at the receivers, Kenny Stills, he was okay. He had a couple of catches. DeAndre Carter had that 1 catch for 40 yards. DeAndre Hopkins, man, he continues to be just a star with the absence of Will Fuller. He had 109 yards. He didn't get any touchdowns, but he was just, he was attracting the most attention, which freed up other people, which freed up Darren Fells, Stills, DeAndre Carter. I saw a lot of great things from this offense. Laremy Tunsil went down today. It was a shoulder injury, and he looked fine towards the end of the game. He was sitting on the bench just chilling, drinking some water. He's gonna be back. Nothing looks too serious, but that right side of the line is so bad. Chris Clark was just absolutely horrible. He gave up almost 3 sacks. The running game to the right was non-existent. It was really bad, and you missed Titus Howard. Titus Howard, the rookie, was so fantastic, one of the best right tackles in the NFL. His presence is being missed, man, and this offense doesn't look the same without him. On the defensive side, it still worries me. The secondary was just bad again until towards the end, where it kind of got a little better. But Derek Carr wasn't sacked. We didn't put a lot of pressure on him. JJWATT got hurt, which is, from my source of what I'm hearing, is either a torn pec or some saying a sprained shoulder. I hope it's a sprained shoulder, because we're going to need him as the season goes on, when we start playing these really good teams. The secondary was bad. Again, the Raiders weren't scared to air it out. Tyrell Williams was looking fantastic. Darren Waller was looking fantastic. And I said before that if this offensive attack gets going, it's going to be a hard time to win. But hey, players stepped up towards the end of the game. Newly acquired corner Garrett Conley with that clutch, crucial 3rd down pass breakup. I thought he did good today. Besides that, that 1 touchdown to Tyrell Williams, where it was just a mistake. Besides that 1 mistake, he did very good today, and that is something that is a promising, very uplifting for the Houston Texans defense. You had no Bradley Roby, no Jonathan Joseph, no Tashawn Gibson. Justin Reed did absolutely fantastic today. Huge breakup passes. He put a lick on Josh Jacobs. Towards the end of the game, the defense was just very good. At the beginning, they were starting off slow. Just letting Derek Carr do whatever he wanted to do. But when they added pressure, when Jacob Martin was there, when Brendan Scarlett was there, when Whitney Merciless was there, and making Derek Carr make plays with his feet, he just wasn't there. So I have to give credit to this defense towards the end of the game, but it needs to be fixed. Or once you start playing against these good teams, they will dissect you. I think we need another corner. There are people out there. You know, there's Desmond Trufant, there's Josh Norman, there's Patrick Peterson, Chris Harris. The names are out there, and you still have draft capital, believe it or not, to go get those guys. Overall, this game was very. Let me just say, this Houston Texans team is very frustrating. We know how good they could be, and it's just injuries, man. Injuries have been killing us. And for one week, I would just like a game where I'm not at the edge of my seat. You know, I would just like a just quiet, clean blowout. But you know, winning in the NFL is very hard. We are 5-3, one of the top teams in the AFC. I'm gonna just go back to the offense, guys. Deshaun Watson is a franchise quarterback. To do what he did, getting kicked in the eye, and then finding Darren Fells for the touchdown, just shows how special he is. I've never seen any quarterback like him, and I've been watching the NFL for a very long time. He's gonna bring Super Bowl to the Houston Texans. It's just a matter of when. He's just so good. He could run, he could pass, and it's very hard to get him down. Overall, 5-3 is much better than 4-4. We have a huge game coming up next week against the Jacksonville Jaguars. That is going to be harder than you think. But hey, we are 5-3. Good win today against a very good coach, against a very good quarterback. Let's keep this ball moving. Hopefully there is a trade at the trade deadline. But overall, it's a good win. Now it's time for me to go watch the Astros. We'll start in about 10 minutes. Hey, go Texans, go Astros. You guys have a blessed day.